Alright y'all, so it's Vloctober, day number 2. And today I decided that I'm going to vlog my seafood boils for y'all, so stay tuned. First things first, you gotta have butter, the beef smoked sausage, your eggs, your shrimp, corn on the cob. I prefer fresh, and some Idaho potatoes, red of course. So you want to open up our shrimp. Of course, we have to let it thaw in some cold water. Then I'm cutting up my beef sausage right here. This is my first time actually adding beef sausage to my boils. So I'm gonna boil some water. While I'm boiling that, I'm getting my ingredients together. I use some minced garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper, chili powder, some Old Bay seasoning. This time I got the hot flavor. Curry powder, just a little bit of ground cinnamon as well. Smoked paprika, some ground ginger. I hardly got any left. And some Cajun. And Cajun seasoning is the main ingredient. So now we have to peel our shrimp. It's already divine, but I still had to peel it. Now I'm going to add this Zatarain's crab oil in the bag. And this is going to give it some flavor before you even add the butter sauce. So we're going to let that bag soak in there. Add some cayenne pepper just to give it a little kick. Now we're going to add some of my Old Bay seasoning. And we're just going to let that boil. Mix that all together like so. And just let it boil. Now we're going to add our potatoes because, of course, potatoes take the longest to cook. So after we add our potatoes, we're going to add our boiled eggs. I feel like I used like 6 this time or 8. Now we're going to add the corn. Like I said, I prefer fresh, but this was frozen. So I'm just going to use the frozen corn. The store didn't have any fresh. So now we're going to add the beef smoked sausage. And we're just going to let that all boil together like so. So the last 3 minutes, I want to say, of boiling, I do add my shrimp because shrimp cooks the fastest. So yeah, now we add in our shrimp. And we're going to put the lid on and let that boil for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to cut the stove off. So now it's time to make the butter sauce. I do not measure anything, y'all, so this is just butter, and I stopped whenever my ancestors told me to stop adding the butter. Now I'm getting my seasonings ready to put over here. A lot of people add their seasonings like to a plate first before they like to add it to their boil so they can add it all at one time. But me, I like to see how much seasoning is going in the pot, so I like to season mine as I'm cooking it. So we just make sure the butter is all the way melted down. And the first thing we're going to add is our minced garlic. Like I said, I do not measure. I just pour. But it always turns out good. So now that the butter is melted down, I can go ahead and add my seasoning. That's just the rest of the Cajun seasoning that I had. And now I'm going to add the new bottle of Cajun seasoning because that little bit wasn't enough. Just going to mix that up a bit. Now the onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, ground ginger. I hardly had any left, y'all, so it looked like I'm shaking because it looked like I'm adding a lot, but I'm really not. I'm shaking it because I can't really get anything out. Going in with our Old Bay. A little bit of ground cinnamon, not a lot, just a little. A little bit of curry powder as well. Gonna mix that in. Now we're gonna add, what is y'all. I think that's paprika. And then this is the lemon pepper. Then we just gonna mix that all up together. And the last ingredient for the boil, for the butter sauce, is some water. So you want to add your water, you're going to mix it all up. I cut the heat up so that it can start boiling. And once it starts boiling, it's going to get thick. We want it a little thick, but not too thick. We still want it kind of watery. But as you can see right there, it's not thick enough. So this is what our pot looks like without all of our ingredients that we boiled together. I like to let the ingredients sit in the pot even after it's finished boiling, because that just adds extra flavor. Now I'm digging through the pot, y'all, trying to find these boiled eggs that I made. I went through hell and back, y'all, just trying to find these boiled eggs. And it's crazy because I only pulled 6 out the pot, and then I realized that I actually cooked 8. So even after I did all this, I had to go back in the pot and find 2 more eggs. Anyways, we're playing hide and seek for these boiled eggs, so we can go ahead and take those out the pot and peel those. So after we found the boiled eggs, I'm going to put them inside of a strainer, run some cold water over them. Because for me, cold water on top of cold water after you boil some eggs, it makes the egg easy to peel. So this is why I run the cold water over. Watch how easy this just peels. So now that the eggs are peeled, we're just adding them back to the boil. And yeah, just let them soak up in there, get all that good flavor. So after it's soaked for a while, this is the little bowl that I use when I'm eating by myself. So since this was made for me, I just used the little bowl just to add my ingredients. And then I'm gonna add the butter sauce on last. Look at this butter sauce, y'all. Ooh, woo! Smash. So I ended up transferring it to a bigger pot just for some better visuals, and this is the final look. So thank y'all for watching this video. Comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.